No time like the present. Let's get this going. Sure.
よし、グレートだぜ。このンドゥールに感づきおったか。オープンだけ。いいもん拾ったぜ。よし。
Come on. Come on.
いいもん拾ったぜ。まだ戦える。お前の意志、無駄にはせん。諦めるんじゃない。いいもん拾ったぜ。食らい抜く。
God damn it.
二人で行くぜ。了解っす。くそ。この炎は生物たちでやる。レッドマインドだよ。フリアハリケーン。空中やられたぞ。わけない。
Alright.
了解っす。
Wasn't the move I could have done. I gotta pay attention to those a little bit more.
お前みたいな武男に素直に負けてやる俺だと思うの。この自慢の頭をけなされるとムカッパラが立つぜ。なぜ頭に来るか自分でもわからねえ。きっと頭に来るってことには理由がねえんだろうな。
Okay, let's move on.
丈太郎さん、なんすかこの光は。軽くてカサカサしてて気持ち悪いぜ。おい、丁寧に扱いな。そいつはおめえの聖なる遺体だぜ。
Nice.
一応亀の中で話は聞いたけどよ、全部で9個あって集めててこいつで4個目なんすよね。そうだ。お、ひらめいた。ロハンに見せて嫌がらせしてやろっと。やれやれ。おい長太郎、亀の中でいいものを見つけたぞ。いいもの。カメラじゃよ。カメラを使えばジョースターさんのハーミットパープルなら。
今回の事件の黒幕を念写で映し出すことができるはず。
うん、トラブルの張本人を暴いてやるわい。行くぞ。ハーミットパープル。これはディオ。バカな、ディオのはずがない。そんなはずは。ジョースターさん、スタンドの力加減を間違えたんじゃないか。いや、ジジイ、おめえのスタンドは間違っちゃいねえぜ。ずっと疑問に思っていたが、ウンドゥールやエンヤバーたちが忠誠を誓う相手ってのはディオ以外には思いつかねえ。しかし奴はわしらがこの手で灰にしたはず。
死んだはずの者が生きているというのなら僕もそうです。
確かに言われてみりゃ、あの男が従うのはディオだけだ。どういう理屈でかは分からんが、 ディオの野郎が生きていた。裏で糸を引いている。と考えておいた方がいいってことだな。おう。いまいち髪型が決まんねえな。
僕を甘く見ないでほしいんだ。
俺はアポロ11号なんだ。スタンドの出し方は簡単だぜ、コイチ。自分の身を守ろうとするか、あいつを懲らしめてやるって気持ちになりゃいいんだよ。
そんなこと急に言われたってわけがわかんないよ。
一体なんだこいつは。
やらなきゃやられる。
オープンだけ。
アクト2。
拾っておくか。
行くぜ。
ナイス。
行くぜ。
行きますよ。バン。
行くぜ。
手伝うよ。
行くぜ。なんてこったよ。行くぜ。
死ぬのは僕の能力を見ろ。行きますよ。バン。死ぬのは僕の能力を見るお前の。
くぜ
手伝うよ。ナイス。それ以上は持たねえ。逃げろ。
必ずパープルなんてやるぜこいつ。いっけーグレートだぜこいつ。
準備 OK だよ。
いくぜドラララララララドラ本当に頼りになる男だぜ。
分かってきたぞ。これがスタンド。
できたじゃねえか。
Okay. Let's move on. Okay. Stickers anywhere.
ドアによって心の扉は開かれる。
いまいち髪型が決まんねえな。
I'm gonna use the ability tree soon. Okay.
イギーは思った。拾っておくから。
甘いぜ。こいつで
God dang. Ooh. God damn. Not the greatest combination, I guess. Hello, kind sir. Thank you. Woohoo! Everyone asleep in the house? Yeah, fair enough. I'm just beating up a dog. You know what I mean? I mean, the dog has a human looking face, so... He swung first. Not too bad, kind of tired, but you know, I'm driving all day into the train this morning. But yeah, I've just been kind of tired and to a little spat. You know, light stuff. Yeah, just a little, I don't know, one thing after another on the education side. I don't know, it's, like, I said one thing, and then they took super offense to it, and I apologized, and they said another thing, and then they drop, you know how they drop that really tactical music in your brain? They're just like, okay. So now I'm really thinking, should I even be doing what I'm doing right now, or continue what I'm doing right now? Yeah. Because, like, the term is not pulling enough weight around, but it's like, I feel like I am. So.
いいか、ジョースケ。はっきり言おう。僕は以前から君のことが嫌いだ。仕方ねえ。
Yeah. Yeah. This one is situations of like, oh well, you know, she only wants me to go to bed. Like she only wants me and then she'll fall asleep. Like I can't control that. I can't control that. And so like I'm trying my best to help out and I just feel like I'm not doing enough. Yeah?
僕の指示を聞かずに勝手に動きやがって必ず僕の考えてることと逆のことをする
熱い友情を期待したんだがよ
Mm-hmm. 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 You're crazy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like, the one thing that gets me the most in this situation is like, so it got into an argument about like parenting styles, and then I just pulled back. I was like, okay, you know what? I apologize. I let it get to me. I'm going to move on from this. Kind of, you know, go from there. And then it kind of got thrown on me, on my parenting style. And then the next thing, oh, like, and I spent the time trying to, you know, get her to go to sleep and everything. And then to call me to point like, oh, well, I know you had to stream today, so you can go stream. And I was like, I'm not even in the mood after all of this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
さあ入ってくれ。案内しよう。だもの。
Not even just that, it's like, why was it that you had to put me in a position where you invalidated my stance, and then you came at me with your stance, and it really addressed my issue, and then at the end of it, it was just like, hey, I get it, you tried, but they clearly can't do anything without me, so you go ahead and stream. It's like that's why I was late in streaming today. That's why I looked at the thing for 30 minutes. I'm like, do I really want to do it? Like, I'm not even in the mood. And then the thought came to me of like, do I just call it? Like, am I actually not doing enough? Because if I'm not doing enough, and here's the thing, if I bring up that conversation, she's gonna be like, no, that's not what I meant. I'm like, but you keep attacking me when you know it's on the nights that I have to. Like, I've done everything in my power to give you the accessibility of when I'm streaming, what days I'm streaming, when I'm doing it, all this stuff. We still fight on those days. Or you come up to me on those days and be like, I want to watch my shows on the main TV past 9-10 o'clock. I stream around 9-10 o'clock. And she brought that up too. She's like, well, like, when it's like you after like 9 o'clock, it's like your thing. I'm like, you can't survive past 9:05. You start getting crabby. You start getting upset. You start getting like, I'm like, I'm not doing it to avoid you. I'm doing it because that's my time. I'm not. Yeah.
では本気でいきますよ。うわー、びっくりした。なんだカメか。
一体なんだこいつは。確実にね。
No, of course, yeah. The one thing that bugs me most is like the overcompensation was making a schedule. I bring it up. It's like a business presentation. Hey, I'm here to offer you what my first quarter of the year is. This is my quarterly report, and like I shouldn't need to do that, but I do. And it's like she pretends to not remember. And I'm sitting there like, oh, you can't. Like, I post it everywhere, and you have all my social medias. I even text you when it's regular. Like, and I even ask you, is there anything you want to do? Right? Like, I even do extra things of like, I'll clean the kitchen, I'll give the kid a bath, I'll do all this extra stuff just so you can sit down and watch your shows and relax. And it's like, and then like, to tell me, hey, there's some nights where I would like for you to go and like take her to bed and put the kid to sleep. And then try and say, oh, well, you know, sometimes it doesn't work. It's okay. You can go home and do your thing. After you told me that you're upset that you don't get your time to stay up later and watch your show. And then the thing that kicks me, like, the thing that kind of bites me the most. Oh yeah, I had my show on, but I wasn't really watching it. And I'm like, okay. Like, sleep? I don't know. Like, if I'm not really feeling something, I just do what I'm supposed to do, and that's either go to bed, or like, I don't, there's just some things, man. And like, and we have these arguments almost every 7 months or so, and I'm just like, I don't know how many times I can repeat myself, because I'm like, look, man, and the worst part about it too is she'll talk to her sisters, you know how it is. They'll talk to their support team, and like, I don't have a support crew. My support crew would literally tell, you know what my support crew says? Why are you pissing off your woman? Why are you like? I was just told by my girl to either stop doing your hobbies or do your hobbies, but guess what? Have an angry person around the house. That's what's going in my head. Mm-hmm. 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 The worst part, this is my situation. You have, like, this is my situation. She's on her phone, she's watching TikTok, Facebook, whatever. Hey, can you rewind it a bit? I want to see that part. No. No. I thought you were watching this entire time. I'm not I'm reminding shit.
あなたから感じるこの感覚は。ああ、それは俺も同じだぜ。炎を自在に扱えるからこそ、マジシャンザレット。このウンドゥールに感じきおったか。オープンだけ生物探知機してやられた。てめえ
I noticed that you're not talking to me. What's going on? Oh, So here's, let me give you one big example here, man. One big example. So we're talking, and she's like, you don't need to ask me every time when you're gonna play games. You just go ahead and play. So like, okay. Next day, I grab the controller. It's like 9:30. I grab the controller, and I turn and think. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, you literally said, I want to play games. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm playing. And she's like, oh, okay. I'm like, what is the issue with this? What could possibly be the issue with what you just told? You literally gave me the instruction manual like fucking IKEA over here. You told me to do it. And I'm doing it. And she's like, oh, well, you know, maybe I wanted to watch something. We have two TVs. Two... Yep. Yeah, so here's the thing, I've never had that situation. The situation that I've had the most was just like, oh, like, I wanted to watch a show or something, okay, it's like, okay, and like, here's the other thing, for me, I'm from that household of like, okay, I'm gonna do my chores, I'm gonna help out, and do all this stuff, everything from what I wanted in my mental checklist, clean. I'm gonna sit down. My ass sitting down. I pull my weight. Kitchen's clean, swept the kitchen, did the dishes, threw out the garbage, threw out the recycling, threw out the organics, threw out everything. Cleaned up a bit more, did some laundry, did this, did that, did all this stuff. Okay, I'm gonna sit down. Boop. Oh. I was wondering if I could watch a show. No. No. We are not having that conversation right now. We're not going to have this discussion of you being like, oh, well, you know, I thought I was going to be able to. Well, sorry, you're not. And then the next thing comes out of my mouth, how come I'm always the one dealing with the kid? Because you won't take garbage down. You won't do the dishes. You won't do. And I've done that. There's been days where I've taken the kid, bathed her, changed her, fed her, all that stuff. She's on her phone. She's on her phone on the couch. The kitchen's not clean. This is not clean. And the next day, oh man, there's like a weird smell coming out of the kitchen. Should've. Like, it's not even like you're trying to kill me, just please, can you, that's the point I try to get across. Like, this is what I mean by like pulling your own weight is, I'm not saying you're not pulling enough of your weight, it's just, if I'm doing A, you need to do B. And if you're doing A, then I need to do B. And like, the whole combination of it, dude, came down from parenting styles. Because for me, I'm very like, now that kids getting older, I'm just like, hey, don't do that. Hey, don't do that. Hey, this is your final warning. If you don't do that, I'm going to remove you from that. Like, that's my, and like, she's like, well, I don't do that. Like, of course you don't do that. Like, I get that. But if you're gonna sit there and constantly, like, and she's like, well, I don't like picking certain battles. I'm like, then do, like, if my daughter is smacking me across the head and I've told her 3 times to stop doing it, I'm gonna do something about it. If you tell her 3 times and then you keep telling her and you keep complaining about it, stop. Stop. Just really stop. Like, you have no right. You've let this gone too far. She's clearly not understanding. She's a toddler. She doesn't understand what you mean. She thinks it's fun because you're responding to it. Like, and so what got me going was, I did that, and she, the little one, very angrily said, "Go away, Daddy, go away." And I was like, and my blood just boiled, dude. Because now my daughter sees me as the bad guy. Because, and I went off on her. I'm like, you need to do something. Because my daughter's telling me, she's like, well, she's a toddler. She's gonna say go away. Not in this context. This was go away as in like, you need to leave. You need to get out of my face. Like, I'm trying to help you, and my own daughter told me to get out of her face. And you don't understand how that feels because she doesn't say that to you because you never put yourself in that position. That's where I was hurt in that entire context. But she felt like she was the villain. I calmed down. I apologized. And she turned on me like, well, sometimes I get frustrated because, you know, you don't have... And I'm like... I'm like, and what am I supposed to do? You know? Like, people... There's a reason why there's an entire facet of male figures just recruiting men on their side to treat women like garbage, and they're winning that thing. Because men in our positions, good men like us in our positions, are like, what am I supposed... Like, we get broken down. It's not even that, we're just not being heard. We just want to be heard by our partners. And the problem with that is, if you're going to cut your partner off from communications, and then someone else, a red pill comes up like, hey man, hey brother, I hear you man, come talk to me. You know what you need to do? You know what you should do? You know what you have to do? That's how they bring people in. cult mentality feeds on the weak, and the weak is different than weak mentality. It's not being heard, not being seen. It's a multitude of different facets. And the problem is, I'm not saying I'm going to go do that. I'm resilient enough to know that that's stupid. But you have to understand that, like, I was speaking in a place of hurt. My daughter said some things that cut deep. I'm not asking for, oh my god, I'm so sorry. No, I'm asking for, hey, I understand. I should have done something about it. And then she's like, but that's not my parenting style. When she told me it wasn't her parenting style, I started to calm down. But she said that after an entire, like, shutdown period, not wanting to talk to me, thinking I did something. It's like I'm trying my best. I get it, it's not your parenting style. But it's not my parenting style either to keep asking repetitively, but I'll try. If I'm willing to try your style, you need to try my style. We're parents. We're raising this kid together. We need to be firm with her. And that's what bugged me the most about it, is like, she threw everything that I was trying to say out the window of, like, you're just attacking me. Like, I'm tired, I had a long day. I'm like, I had the exact same day you did. I'm just as tired as you are. Like, you gave her a bath, that's pretty stressful. I cleaned up as much garbage and stuff as I could because it built up. Like, I tried keeping the house clean while you're doing that, out of respect, not out of necessity, out of fucking respect. And that's what bugs me most about it. Like, that's what gets me, man. It's like, I look at my wife as, like, an equal, in that she's going to, you know, we're going to sit on the same, we sit at the same table, eat the same food, we see each other eye to eye on things. But there's certain things where I'm just like, I can't say anything about it. Because if I say something about it, like, this is why people hate Taylor Swift. It's the same concept. I can't say anything about it because it just makes me look like a bad person. If I question my wife's parenting style, my family's on my case, her family's on my case, everyone that I know is on my case. I don't have anyone in my corner with me. Because they're just like, you're crazy, like, why are you upset? Like, and so I have nothing to turn to, except for streaming. And even when I'm streaming, I'm just letting my mind play out scenarios in my head because I have no one really else to say. And that's why most of my streams are quiet. That's why I don't still talk a lot. That's why I don't, because it's just venting. If that makes sense there. Like, most of my guy friends don't have kids, so there's none of them, like, most of the ones I know, like, in person, they don't have kids. They don't get it. Most of them don't care about the relationships because they're not technically married. So if they have a problem with the girl, they're just gonna end the relationship and get a new girl. That's how they think. They're like, I'll just get a new one. They don't want to work on it. So I can't talk to them about this stuff. It's really funny when because I was raised to really look at different perspectives and understand that stuff, and I think I'm a better person for it. Like, I'm not saying that at all, but it's like, if you don't accept that thought process that people have, like, even your closest partner has a different viewpoint on certain things, if you don't accept that, you're not really fully accepting of them. And that hurts. Like, I don't know if anyone's in chat listening to this, but, like, seriously, I put myself on, I don't care if I'm talking about, that's my personal shit, I'm gonna throw it out there, but, like, that's the thing, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm streaming, and I'm in it, my heart's in it, but mentally I'm not here right now, chat, and I apologize. That's why I'm doing all these side missions to continue the story. And my day was so good in there. Like, it bugs me because, like, all I did earlier today was, there was a bunch of people at the aquarium, so I picked up my daughter. She started crying because she wanted to run around. She didn't understand there's people like walking around. She's gonna bump into them. And like that's what got my day going downhill was, what are you doing? And just put her down. And I'm like, okay. I'm just trying to do what I think is right, but sure. Sure, I guess I'll go ahead. Sorry about that, I just went off. And so that's the thing. So I have a weird thought process on that. Being an ear and all that stuff, I agree with 100%. The only time I don't find that acceptable is when you and your partner are hashing it out. My pet peeve with my wife is where she says, I don't know what to say, and I'm like, anything. Fucking anything. A joke. A sarcastic comment. Something. So I know you're involved in this conversation. You know what I mean? When someone tells me I don't know what to say, it's infuriating because it's like, okay, so that means either I'm 100% right and my concept of who you are completely changed, or you just don't think this conversation's worth your time. And again, right, like that's where my brain goes, because growing up in my situation with all my past relationships and stuff, I've had partners like that where they're just not me. Like I've never been one. I'm not saying I'm a ruffian or whatever or what have you, but I've never been one to really be able to express myself correctly because of the responses that I used to get. And it's really fucked me up in a way of like, that's why I went into sales. That's why I went into sales, is because it taught me how to talk to people. Even if it's in the sales pitch format or something, it's taught me how to speak to people, express what I want to express, get my points across, things of that nature. But it all goes out the window when with my partner, because emotions are involved, you know? Like, this is someone I care about. Like, I don't want to treat them like a customer. They're not a customer. They're my partner. You get me, like, traditionally me. And whenever people said, like, I hate the letter K in a text. I hate OK. like, I've learned to get used to it, because that's when my wife uses K and OK. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go ahead. But see, even I'll use OK, but I'll say, fine, that's, like, I understand. Or I'll add something to it so the concept makes sense. But yeah, no, tonight got to me, and I was like looking forward to streaming tonight, and then that one comment of like, well, I didn't expect it to change overnight, and I know you gotta stream anyways. If you knew you had to stream anyways, why didn't you just be like, hey, you can start working on it next time or something? Because I've been trying to start my streams earlier so I can end them earlier at a proper time. I still want to meet the minimum of 3 hours, but I want to end that earlier so I have more time to unwind and stuff like that. And I brought that up with her, and she's like, no, I need, and her New Year's resolution was she wants more me time. Fine, I will move mountains, heaven and earth to give you that. You get your me time. Or you get to sit down, watch your shows, decompress, whatever you want to do. You chose to go to bed around 9:30. That's not something, that's been before I started streaming. That's your bedtime. Don't get upset because you can't stay up later to watch your shows. You set yourself on that person. Yeah, but then the kid wants to sleep in the bed. Yeah. Kids do that. They don't like their beds. They want to sleep with their parents. It's a thing.
貴様は確かスピードワゴンとかいうカス。あれがこの時代のディオか。
And the worst part about it too, like, I get it, we live in a condo building, but push's gotta come to shove, man. Either we make her sleep, and here's the thing, we live in a one-bedroom condo, so she sleeps in the same area as us. Her crib is in the, she physically can see us. Right? Like, for the sake of keeping the peace, we let her sleep in the bed so she's not screaming, you know, on the top of her lungs from like midnight to 4 in the morning, because she'll do that. She'll just keep screaming her head off until she's like, but like at the same time, I've learned to stop fucking complaining about it. Like, I've been told I complain too much, personally in my life. So I've learned the concept of like, alright, fine, this shit show is what it is, I'm just gonna stop complaining. I'm not gonna give my 2 cents anymore. Just, I'm done with it. People hated that. People hated that. So I'm like, what? What do you want me to do about it? Like, I can't fucking change it. We're in what we're in. Like, at least for her, she gets a spot in the bed. I don't have a spot anymore, technically. I have to move my child from my spot to get my spot in the bed. Otherwise, I'd be sleeping on the couch. But I can't sleep on the couch because then my wife thinks I'm really pissed off about something. And I'm not. I'm just, in my brain, to keep the peace. You two can sleep in bed, I'll suffer back pain and shit sleeping on the couch. That's how my brain works. It has nothing to do with conflict. Again, sales is about solving sales is about solving fucking problems. There's never been a situation where you're not solving problems, because that is what you do in sales. You solve the fucking problem. You clock in, you talk to the customer, hey Mr. Customer, how you're doing today? Okay, cool, let's see what we can do, and you fucking solve the issue. Your brain is consistency in problem solving mode. It never turned off. It never turns off. Because you realize it works in your personal life too. And so you're like, why would you ever turn the skill tree off? And then you realize you need to when you become a parent, because you can't problem solve everything. There's no final solution to everything. And then you develop the going with the flow, and you mix that into problem solving. And it turns to the situation of like, you don't seem to care a lot. It's like, no, I do. I just, don't have an issue here and there about it. Like, that's the thing, is, oh my god, Jonathan's almost dead. And that's the thing people forget, is like, like my wife always makes these quotes and stuff that, like, her family and like she heard in life and stuff. You're never supposed to go to bed angry. You're never. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll live by those philosophies of yours, but you're the one that's kind of like making these things happen. Like, yeah. And then when I do live by some of them, how come you don't want to keep, like, because mine is communication is key. We fucking talk, we hash out the problem, we deal with what the hell the issue is, and we come to a resolution because we're grown-ass adults. Like, I don't know, man, like, I think I'm just talking because, like, my pride and ego's hurt. Like, I'm having a Vegeta moment, you know what I mean?
やれやれ、拉致が開かねえな。親玉が来い。
君のその
Not even just that, man. Not even that. Cause I got those too. I get those too. You know what I started responding back with? Because I love how algorithms work. Okay, fine. You're sending me how the man's supposed to carry the relationship stuff. I started getting videos of men just completely demolishing their self-identity and then fucking offing themselves. The best one I saw was, and I sent it to, I think I sent it to her, I should resend it to her again. The man you meet and the man you marry will change to the man you need if you feel he's not doing adequate enough. And the man you need is not going to be someone you're happy with, because that's not the person you're with. You're with someone that's... We men and women alike in a relationship, more so men, and I'm not saying this in a sexist term or anything, it's just naturally how it is. Men really feel like we have a lot more to offer in terms of sacrifice. Oh yeah, it's fucking Dio. Than women do in the relationship. And so, before the internet or someone clips this out of context, let me fucking explain. When you get in place together with your partner, you know what, let's do that. Partner in general. Gender roles, sure, whatever. But partner in general, there's always one out of the two partners that's like, this is how we're gonna live, this is how we're gonna be portrayed by people, this is how we're gonna showcase ourselves. They're the ones that are like, okay, we got a new place, we're gonna put this here, we're gonna put this here. The other partner's like, hey, I got a bunch of my stuff, put it in storage. Put in that corner over there. You get this small corner thing, you can put your stuff there, but we are never addressing it to anyone. Ever. And that was like that in the beginning of our relationship, when we lived together. I didn't have a spot for my shit. I was like, I want to put my stuff, my personality needs to be put in this. Yeah, but your personality doesn't fit. I don't give a fuck if it doesn't fit the aesthetic. Your aesthetic is, guess how it used to be is whenever we were gonna have guests over, place had to be top to bottom, spotless. And I told her flat out, I don't want to live here. She's like, why? I'm like, because I can't do anything. Like, I can't live in my home. I'm like, I might as well just go back and live at my mom's, and we own this place and we pay it off, but we never live here. And we only invite people over, and that's it. Like, I really had to break that mold out of her, of like, because my culture is very like that, very status quo and showcase and this and stuff like that. And so, like, I hated that growing up. Love my moms, but I fucking hated that growing up. Because I'm like, why? Why do we care what people think when they don't give a fuck of how they think of us to begin with? Like, it's just, it's infuriating about that. And so, like, and we come back, and so that all culminates to today, where it's like, I've tried your way multiple times. I've done everything by your request. All I'm asking you is when you tell her, hey, no, it means no. Not no. Hey, stop that. What are you doing? I'm like, this is how kids just don't learn boundaries. And then we're gonna deal with actual world problems soon, just going to preschool. So I would like to not deal with that situation. it's just one of those things that really bugs me the most about it, because like, I'm getting rocked by season 1 deal right now. One sec. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I don't know what more I can say, because like I personally, like, I don't care if someone clips this, please show it to her, go ahead and find her, but I personally feel when I'm with her family, she does because she's the oldest in the family, I'm the youngest in my family, she does everything in her power to appease them. And that's why I get fucking scrutinized to a T whenever something happens. It's like, well, why are you doing this? How can you do this? And it's like, where the fuck is this coming from? First of all, where's my wife? That's totally okay with me doing things the way I want to do things. And there'll be times where I'm disciplining a kid, and her mom just looks at me, and I'm like, there's gonna be a fucking problem about how I'm raising my kid. Like, are you gonna say something, or are you gonna let this go? Because guess what? If you're gonna say something, like, guess what? We're gonna have issues. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. It bugs me, because it's like, I'm just there, and really, I want to be involved, but it really bugs me on that, because I'm like, I'm not involved. They're mainly, I don't know how to word it. I don't know if you ever experienced that. I'm guessing you have, but like, it's just, she's doing everything in her power to appease her family, more so than taking care. Like, my daughter will try and get her attention, she's actively ignoring it. I'm like, this is not something I want for my kid. You don't get to do this to my kid. I don't know. I don't want to sound like I'm attacking her, I'm not. It's just, I'm always observant, because I don't want my daughter exposed to a lot of... Again, I come from a broken home, man. Dad was a piece of shit. And I'm not even saying that as like, oh, it's like my MTV crib. No, my dad was a piece of shit. I come from a broken home. My wife doesn't. My wife comes from a 2-parent household. They went on vacations together. They made memories together. Her and her sisters are really tight. I'm happy for that. But she doesn't get why I read things super in between the lines, or I'm very protective of how people try to influence my daughter. Because coming from a broken household, you get told by relatives, cousins, everyone, oh, well, this person's a piece of shit, and my extended family does not talk to each other at all. They'll take money off you, but they won't talk to each other at all. Think how fucked up that is. My daughter will never know she won't know 80% of her uncles and aunts, which are my cousins, and then their parents, and they're all still alive. They all live in the same fucking province. I know about 6 of them, 6 or 7 of them, 15 minutes away from where I live. We don't say a word to each other. How am I going to explain that to her? Right? These are the things that go through my mind when it comes to raising my kid. It's like, because I'm very culturally raised, how am I going to explain to my kid who's going to see her mom's side of the family that's very close-knit and very family-oriented, and then see my side of the family, which isn't battered and broken, and be like, well, why is yours like that? Well, and hope they understand. Or the fact that my dad, who's divorced my mom, lives less than 2 minutes away from where my mom lives. Seeing me and seeing my daughter, and has not said a fucking word to us. Like, we're dead to him. Like, I don't know, man. For me, like, this is what goes through my head every time I get into these huge arguments with her, because it's like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what am I doing wrong in my life with this? And then it comes down to the streaming thing, where it's like, this is probably it. Because this is taking a time away for me to solve it. This has to be it, because everything else is integral to my life. My job, my place, my car, everything. This is the only thing that's not. You know what I mean? And that's how we think. That's how we think. And some people don't, like, if you're not a gamer, you don't understand. And I'm not saying gaming is an addiction or anything. You just, like, that'd be like me telling a smoker, okay, well, you gotta give up smoking. No, you have to give up smoking. Sorry, not sorry. You just gotta stop. Or, like, telling someone who is training to run marathons, look, you need to stop training because it's affecting your personal life. Like, you're not talking to your family and friends. Yeah, but I'm doing marathons and stuff. Like, I'm raising money. I don't care. Anyways, we got Jonathan Joestar, the first Joestar in the game. I'm gonna talk about the game for a minute. Yeah. Actually, ironically, my Jojo streams are the lowest ones. I don't think I've had people come in that have been ranting like a madman, so they probably all just dipped out. It's fine. You know what, though? Streaming's gonna be... This is the creed I've lived by after my daughter was born. Streaming is gonna be my way to let my daughter know it's okay to be yourself, because you can make it just being yourself. I have a good job. I have a good life. If she ends up watching this way later in the future and I'm no longer there, I had a good life. You were the best part about it. Same with your mom. You can be yourself and still have a good life. And these streams are going to be archived for her. So she knows that. That's the main reason why I started streaming. Because she's probably not going to play these games. Maybe if she's a gamer, she may never be able to play these games. This will be a way she can experience it. You know what I mean? Like, she's playing with her dad. That's how I see it. That's the initial reason I wanted to stream, is because of a high school thing. Like, I wanted to be one of those guys doing the streaming thing. Big thing about you're in high school, you find you get paid to play video games. Of course you want to pursue that. Never panned out because of cultural raising. You know, got to be a doctor, accountant, or lawyer. You know what I mean? And then I've never had that experience that a lot of people had, where it's like, oh, my dad sat down with me and played video games. I'm like, I've never had that experience. Ever. Like, my dad looked at the console and be like, this is frying your brain. You're not doing anything productive. And even my mom came around. She's like, I really wish I pushed you more into going to game design. She's like, because I'm seeing all these games that you're playing and your brothers are playing, and they look so like yeah, it was a growing industry. I think gaming has kind of matured right now, not growing as much as it was back then. Like, it's hit a point now where it's in that middle-aged stage. You know, yes, there's new graphic engines and stuff like that coming out. It's not wowing the community, if that makes sense. But, like, that became the second solidification for me, is like, you know, maybe, like, call it a dumb scenario. She she's off to university, she's in the dorm or something, she misses home, she can pop open one of these streams. Right? She can FaceTime us or call us or whatever, but she can pop open one of these streams. And she can... Right? I don't know what the future's gonna be like, no one knows. But... I want her to understand that being a gamer, being a nerd, geek, or whatever you're gonna call yourself in the future, there's nothing wrong with that. Because you will enjoy it. Enjoy your hobby, enjoy your pastime, make friends along the way, and just have a fucking blast with it. Alright, let's beat the shit out of Caesar and Mariah Carey over here. I mean, I'm playing as fucking Fist of the North Star, Joe Star. Actually, Maria's stand power was pretty cool because it's based on magnetism. So, like, that's pretty boss. Yeah, so, like, what it is, it keeps getting stronger and stronger the more you try to resist it. And it pulls in everything around you. He's almost dead. This is wild. God damn it, Caesar. Oh no. God damn it, Jojo. Here we go. Boom. God damn it. God damn it. Fighting with a non-stand user is fucking rough. But they hit like fucking tanks, man. Shit. Just got destroyed. Now you're down. Alright, Zeppeli, it's your turn. Alright, let's go. So, there's a fan-made novel where Jonathan Joestar gets a stand, and it's just gross, man. So the stand's called like a Beyond or something, and it just destroys everything. Fuck, it's just such a gross stand. Look at that pose. Look at that Jonathan pose. Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom now. I'm just gonna clear out some things. I excessively start to... I'm joking. No, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. And I'm back. So yeah, let's talk about some good points. The aquarium was fun. They had an exhibit, Monsters of the Abyss. Yeah, so they talked about the dinosaurs and stuff that lived in the ocean, and then they had some animals that were, or some reptiles and stuff that are related to the dinosaurs. I'm not sure if I'm right on this, but I believe they mentioned, so you know how there's alligators, crocodiles, and then caimans? I didn't know this. I didn't know caimans were a separate species, like a subspecies of alligators and crocodiles. That's the thing, like, and that's why I'm thinking I might be incorrect, so I wanted to fact check it, and I just remembered to do so. Let's take a look. Cayman. Okay, so no, it's the primary lineage of the alligator family, the other being alligators. Okay, okay. Because one of the ones they had out there was a dwarf caiman, and it's like this little like gator, like this is little like just this little dude, and I'm like, you know, you're super adorable for a reptile, but you'd fuck me up if I went to pet you. Cause it was no bigger than my foot. I'm like a size 12 shoe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and that's true. Okay, so there is a subspecies of Komodo dragons that apparently are super docile, and they're dubbed black dragons. Well, not super docile, but trying to find. Black dragon lizard. Let's see. Yeah, they're kind of located through Indonesia and stuff. Their biggest threats are king cobras, saltwater crocodiles, obesity. Like, that's crazy. Temperament, docile. Yeah, so people have been, because people wanted Komodo dragons, and let's be real, unless you're a fucking drug lord, you're not going to get a Komodo dragon. Like, you're just not going to keep a Komodo dragon on the regular, because, first of all, everything on a Komodo dragon will just murk you. Straight up. Like, it's, like, I read a Komodo dragon when I was a kid, because I'm like, oh man, it's like a real dragon, and it is. Their spits, highly poisonous. They have the multiple teeth, the claws. They can weigh up to 300 pounds, and that's almost like pure muscle. They run. They run like a motherfucker, and as a test of strength, they eat their young as soon as they're born. And if the young escape, they hide up in trees until they're big enough to come back down. Yeah. Yeah. So as soon as the kid's born, they book it up a tree, and they just eat whatever's on the tree. The parents are just chilling there and be like, "You get your ass down here, I'm gonna eat you." That's the end of the story. Until they get big enough and they're like, "All right, you're too big to fight. I'm not even gonna I'm gonna deal with it. But apparently black lizards is like the next thing, and people are just like, or black dragons, because they're just like, yeah, man, we'll like, apparently they're super docile, and because they're docile, they're easy to take care of in terms of like setting up their encampment, like their thing and everything. Like obviously it's super expensive because it's an exotic lizard, but yeah, I was like, that's kind of cool. I would never own a reptile personally, though. Like, yeah, because like it's different than a dog or a cat because you don't really see, they're animals, yes, but you don't really see them as animals, if that makes sense. Like a dog and a cat, like if you were to pick up a dog right now, you'd be totally okay with it because like it's a dog or it's a cat. But like the minute you branch off from them and you're like, all right, I'm gonna get a hamster, or I'm gonna get a fucking bird, or I'm gonna get a lizard, you're like, now you're dealing with an animal. And you're just like, now the difference is you go from having no eyes open because you're totally okay with it to like one eye open because you're like, what the fuck is this thing up to? Especially like hamsters and them are super nocturnal. Right? Like, dude, when I used to work at a pet store, we literally had a hamster that we named Leonidas. And then we had to isolate it because every time we came back into the shop the next day, there'd be a hamster with its face ripped right off and dead beside him. So we had to put him in a separate cage and put in a notice saying, not friendly at all. At all. Well, not friendly to other hamsters. It was super friendly with people. Yeah. And like, yeah, like, and then there was like dwarf hamsters that just wanted to scrap with everything, and yeah, there's just a lot of stuff to learn about hamsters. And dwarf hamsters will fight anything. Especially the ones that you get locally at your pet store because they're from a certain part of the country. But the other ones are super docile. There was a rabbit that we had for sale, and it sold really quick because it kind of had a cleaning disorder. It kind of liked to keep things clean in its cage in certain areas and everything. And so, like, it was super self-sustaining. Yeah. How the fuck? Man, I hate this stuff. This guy's cane is kicking my ass. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking to get a lizard in the future, that'd be a way to do it. Just like a black dragon, man. At least this way you can say you own a dragon. Like, okay. I mean, there's the bearded dragon, but that's like the most common reptile I think people get. This is wild. Okay, he's down. Okay.
お願いします。よし。僕の未来のために矢のパワーを。死ぬのは僕の能力を見るお前の方だ。
Oh no. Oh no. 矢のパワーを。 God damn it. I was trying to transform my stand and I kept getting hit. Let's try again. There we go. Just happened. Nice. Okay. Thank you for listening, man. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, 100%. That kind of goes with the next subject, so I can keep myself sane here. What's up with Brawler? I haven't heard from him in a couple of days. I'm kind of worried. I will do that right now. Okay, give me 1 sec here to... One sec. Alright, say something. Alright, say something. Okay, you're good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah.
Yosh! みんな寝るの。意義は思っ。
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. Just because of how the method is delivered, it's a little bit different. Where the fuck is he? Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's good. It's like get a next paycheck. No, I was just gonna say, like, so that makes sense where you're coming from, like, just to touch base on it, what you mentioned about Colin and everything. It's survival instincts kicked in. The way he knows how to handle the situation is how he's doing it, which sounds like, yeah. And that's totally fair, like, yeah. There's what's the best way to put it? There's a, not even like, you know, in that sense of the big guys, there's kind of thing. There's a fine line of standing on your own 2 feet with hubris, and standing on your own 2 feet with support. There's a fine line between the two, and the difference of that fine line comes down to, you don't have to share everything, but you should share, hey, it's taking a toll, and have the people you know respond accordingly, because you can't sit there and deal with it all on your own and hope that people are going to catch on what you're talking about, because they're not. they'd be like, I don't know. But it's also one of those things as well where when you've done something yourself, this is where the hubris kicks in. When you've done something yourself and it worked, you're gonna do it again, right? You keep applying the same formula until the formula doesn't work. And here's the problem. That's when you stop and be like, hey, the formula's not working. I need to talk to people. I need to figure out what's going on. But you don't. You don't. You default to, why is it not working? How come it's not fucking working? And you're just in this consistent loop. This consistent loop in your head. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And you're just like, I don't, and like, no, and the worst part about it is someone tells you right away why it's not working. And you deny it. You deny it. You're like, mm.
俺は超一流品しか扱わない。
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah, and that's fair. That's completely valid in that situation because, but there's the thing too. You have to be aware. You can't just lose yourself in it, and then lose yourself in it. You have to be aware that you lost your, like, that you're like, hey, I'm only doing this as a recovery point. That's the only reason why I'm doing it. Like there's some people, like, it's a weak example. Some people, why they quit streaming. Oh, you know, I just wanted time to myself, and I wanted to, you know, really catch up on things. I've caught up on like a lot of anime and stuff. I'm like, I get that. I understand. I'm not saying, hey, you stop watching fucking, if you stop streaming because you want to watch anime, that's dumb. But like, if you had a really, like, okay, what's the best way to put it? I know my channels aren't growing as much as I want them to be. Do I really necessarily care? Not so much. If you had a growing community and then you stopped because you just didn't feel it anymore, that's a dumb excuse. That's a dumb excuse. You pretty much then just told yourself in the head, oh, I can make it, or therefore I don't need to do this anymore. That's what it kind of comes across to me. And then the problem is you're going to get a rude wake-up call because you're going to come back and you might not have the same impact as you did before. Or someone like myself, like, I'm just doing it now because it's a stress relief thing now at this point. I get to play the games I wanted to play. Like, like, yeah, if you stream, people that might be interested in it get to see me play the game, you know, just kind of go from there. But yeah, it's one thing to lose yourself because you're like, I just need a finite distraction, and then I'll come back, versus I'm using this to escape my situation, like to run away from my problem. There's a fine line between that, and if you're aware of that, hey, more power to you. I got the Spice Girls on my team. Just doing all these side quests. I need to take out Mista. Mista's gonna be an issue. There it is. There is the issue. Damn it. See what? Okay. So, just a heads up for you, and I didn't notice this about Helldivers. You know there's a global community war front in the game? Okay, so, the two main enemies right now are automatons and bugs. Yeah. And so there's a liberation percentage in the game, and it's community-based build percentage. So, the best way to sum it up is right now the bugs are losing the Galactic Warfront. We're pushing into their territories and unlocking new levels. Right? So, simple way to explain it. People have dropped the automatons, and they're now invading into Earth space and about to attack Earth. Yeah, so every time you do a mission, everyone online that does that mission increases the liberation percentage if they complete it. And so it unlocks new levels as you go through, because apparently they're close to invading the bug homeworld, the home planets. And they're like, yeah, there's enemies in there that you haven't seen in the planets you landed on. And it's the same thing for the automatons. Like, it's like, so, I was like, it's hard, it's not, it's kind of an odd thing to wrap your head around, where it's like, so, let's say we got Helldivers and we're playing, we jump into a mission, us and two other people in that mission with us, we're completing that, but so are other, like, thousands of squad of 4. And it'll probably go up, like, 1%. Or even, like, 0.005%. And you just keep running those missions over and over and over again until it liberates, and then you unlock new levels. But, like, your 1% contributes to the other, like, 50 or so that did it. So now it went up 50%. Because it's, you know, it's just wow. I'm like, that's a really cool gameplay mechanic in general. And because no one's fighting the robots are about to invade Earth. Yeah, so it's kind of an interesting thing. Oh jeez, I'm fighting the vampires. Yeah, so I'm kind of interested to see what happens and pick it up. And I don't want to fight the robots though, because apparently that shit's just, apparently they're harder, that's why no one wants to do it, and the bugs are just easier to deal with. So I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued how it's gonna work out.
覚えときな、ご先祖さん。少しも見えなかった。スタンドとは。
Oh wait, that's right. Jonathan would not be able to see stands because he never had access to one. So think about how wild that is, alright? So Jonathan's Joestar goes toe-to-toe with Dio that has a stand and bodies him. He has no idea what the fuck hit him, but he just think about how dumb that concept would be. Actually, think about how cool an anime that would be. The hero doesn't see these things, but then fights them anyway. And wins, and just wins the fight. I mean, look, actually kind of is funny. I should learn how to use Mista. And we'll pair it up with... Let's hope Jojo can turn the tides of the fight on this. I mean, we're both pretty strong, so it shouldn't be an issue. But let's be real. It's a fighting game. Levels don't mean shit. And I haven't unlocked a lot of abilities yet. I should really unlock the ability tree stuff. Oh. It's just been a grind stream getting up levels. But look at this. I don't know if you're watching this one, but look at how masculine this pose is. Holding the gun together. It's already passed, but such a I'm Frieza. God damn. Gotta learn how to use this ability better. That one's down. Did you say you made tea? What kind are we talking about? Oh, the lemon ginger. Don't have to say more, man. Oh, all good, man. Once it's 3 hours here, I'm probably gonna call myself. I actually, you know what, I might call it a little bit early today, because I wasn't really in it tonight, and I really feel bad, because I want to make up for it like, next time I stream. Thanks for listening again, bro. Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotta run around. Oh, okay.
今勝ったのはラッキーじゃなくて俺の実力だぜ。分かってるな。
そうですね。
Yeah, I'm gonna save it here, guys. Thanks so much for attending. I'll be streaming on Friday or Saturday, sorry, with some Dragon Ball Kakarot on YouTube here, so be more than happy to see you guys there. I do apologize for I will say I just wasn't in it. Promise you next time I will. See you later. Bye.